Nope. So go back. No. Yeah. Okay. My charge is downstairs.
That's in a good spot.
And so we had to do
You on Facebook too.
it was a Martin King, right? So I walked through the door
That picture is you
and
different.
I had the paper. And I'm like, oh,
Thank you.
It's a sign. But she's like, who's known as Martin Luther King? She like lost her mind. And her whole thing was because
I think that
they
should
gave
be,
y'all the whitewash watered down version. And she talked about
yeah, that should be good.
him, his father. She talked about
Yeah.
She talked about that term. She said that's our real history. She said, yes, they go give you Dr. Martin Luther King. She's like, I'm not saying he did several roles. I'm 8 years old. She's telling me this. And I'm like, she's like, so, yeah. And now she's like, but to the people you need to be learning about, and that, that's where a lot of that connection come from. And so that's why we were a little different. That, you know what I'm saying? Because my brother was doing his thing, but my mother was grilling us on certain things. And so as I got older, I'm like, wow, like you were literally telling us about this man, and I was literally sitting in the room with his son. You know what I'm saying? That's cool, man. That's cool. And history books can create that. The one put it like that. I would say that's meant, man. Like we were supposed to be here today. You know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. You can't make that up. You literally standing outside, she pull up, boom, hit you with some wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Like that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm a softie. I was almost in tears as I'm living for moments. You know what I'm saying? Like moments like that, you just be there and moments happen. That's it. Was I mean, where can you catch somebody that was living back then?
Yeah, I ain't want to
80
put a
years
camera on
old.
her, but I'm like, I like the cat. Like I remember we was in my development part. We were doing.
Here's up. I got YouTube on that. That live on.
Okay.
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 Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, she was. We're looking at a building. It's in the hood of Milwaukee on NOK, and so it's me. It was on Father's Day. It was me, the engineer, and it was Mia from my class. And so, as we're, it's a condemned building. It's been there forever. And I was doing a project on it. I was going to redevelop it. This lady pulls up. She gets off the bus, first of all, and she has a walker, and she walks up, and she's talking about how that building was an establishment for black people. We're dancing. Jackson 5 used to come there and refer to them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got it.
Can't tell.
Oh, we got it. Oh, right.
Are we ready?
Do we have this
Yeah.
microphone?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Okay, right on. So make sure.
Being labeled good.
Oh, no.
Everything is timely.
No matter who was there, we was gonna be outside.
Because you hear me? You also worth it. You're worth it. Yes, sir.
Is it cool? Yeah.
Can I get three of you guys with the fence?
Guys, if you guys can silence phones.
Can I get a test from you?
Thank you.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay.
Testing 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing.
Testing 1, 2, but I make sure this phone on silence.
Okay.
Right on.
Yes, sir.
Dr. J, can I get you to do me a favor and go to the Vibe Studios page? I need the sound, like a sound check when we start. Yeah. It's not up now, but it's about to be. Matter of fact, it's about to be up right now.
Okay.
But y'all good.
That's fine.
I just got the promo up.
You got that noise cancellation?
Yeah, I got it on.
Okay.
Yeah. Or echo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we
Yeah.
do. Yeah. I'm going to talk to Chris to get some new.
Yeah, we need some new photos.
It's live now.
It's live now.
So I can say, but I can say.
So really, really, I don't know if you got to get away from them for a second, but I just need you to really hear it. Yeah. Oh, you got, okay. Oh, I see.
You got the bud?
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we got the intro rolling.
Your HDMI signal was out.
Come right to phone on something.
It is now.
I don't know what you just said.
You can get that Wi-Fi thing too, come right.
Huh?
Get that Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
Make sure
And
you
you
text
said,
him.
Bro,
Text him.
There's no sound on
I think it's on
Really?
phone.
No sound.
we might have to
Text
restart,
him,
man.
text
I
him,
just
have
lost.
password on
Say
it.
that again?
If you want to text him,
Just restart.
send you the
No problem.
password.
We got some.
Just make me on.
it's on now?
It's on. It's on.
No, because they was asking for Wi-Fi.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Check
Yes,
downstairs.
yes.
We got sound.
Y'all do the Wi-Fi?
We got sound.
No.
Okay. Put it in your notes so you can know when they come.
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
I'm gonna have to put the promo back up.
Do it,
for
no
a second.
problem. I already know.
We get our podcast, bro. We gonna
Uh-huh.
sit there with y'all.
Listen,
Come to the
Yeah.
We here for you.
Sure, man. We
Listen, what?
had to do a tutorial or something.
We
for
got
y'all.
you, King, whatever you
Yes,
need.
indeed.
Yes, sir. You hear the
Right
sound?
on. Right on.
Yes,
So
sir.
I got that camera. Does that camera say webcam on it? At the bottom is there green lights?
Come on. She's on Facebook Live too, so yes, they doing it. So you ain't going cold yelling, just chill, comrade. Watch this.
Hey, we can always see you the link. We can see you.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep, we're live. Facebook, YouTube.
Yes.
We're
Oh,
there.
I love it. I
And
love
it's
it.
on ours too.
Yeah, we about to show you right. There's a million flowers bloom. Yes, indeed.
Come on, King.
Right
Come on.
Right on.
Come on.
Yes, indeed.
Boy, equipment. Technology always does well until you need it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Until you need it. Once you need it, then it's like, oh, you need me?
Mhm.
Okay, what we gonna do?
Everybody got water in this? Everybody good?
Yes.
Water, all right.
We're gonna hit you
Queen
with,
took
this
care
gonna
of
be
us.
your full
Right
camera
on,
right here.
on.
Okay.
For the time being.
Where's my
until-
full camera?
Oh, right here,
Uh-huh.
until I can switch it out, so.
Are we on?
Are you back?
Not yet, not yet.
Mm-hmm.
My man, you back?
Just let me know
Oh,
while I'm
huh?
looking.
This main camera just popped on.
Oh, did it? Cool. Okay, now I gotta
Okay, that's
readjust
my
that one. Let me check. Main
Are
cam,
you gonna be using
okay.
your phone for questions or something there?
No.
Okay, we'll put it up.
Okay, my king, thank you. I was sharing. Yes, sir. Yeah, stay on me now.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'll stay giving it.
All right, y'all, we coming. Hold on, is it? How does that look, Mary?
We don't see it. We
We
just
don't
see.
see it.
Oh, that's right, it's
It's
not
okay.
published yet. All
For
right.
now,
Yeah.
grand.
All right, coming at you.
Yes, sir. Grand day, and welcome, Royals, to Rock Truth Radio. I am your host, Mary, and we thank you for joining us as we rock truth are absolutely nothing at all. We live in a society today where truth before our very eyes is consistently questioned, criticized, and altered to fit a person's ideology of God's original intent for the kingdom and for mankind. Today, thanks be to God, we are here with none other than my friend, Amaru. He is here with the Black Butterfly Podcast. He will also be co-hosting this momentous occasion. We are also here with none other than, my God, Chairman Dr. Fred Hampton Jr., my king. Such an honor. It is such an honor. Yes, sir. King Amaru, first we'll start with you. If you could, one, give us a recap real quick of what you've been doing, what the podcast have been doing, and then we'll talk about how significant this interview is for you.
Sure. So we started the podcast, me and my co-host Candace, back in 2022, and it was to originally spotlight some of the positive things in Gary. Well, first it transitioned from positive relationships, Black relationships,
Yes.
to more community oriented and positivity, whether it's entrepreneurship, home ownership, education, some of those things that does not normally get spotlighted. And so what we've done is we have collected a lot of efforts in our city with a lot of people from our areas and started to do neighborhood cleanups, clean up the parks, and the end game is for redevelopment, revitalization of these areas, and so these blight areas. And so it's rather interesting. Yesterday was the 3rd year anniversary of it. And so having this conversation with you is so momentous because I'm like, wow, like that is pretty cool how we started literally from the mud, and to have this be, culmination of the 3rd year, it's so cool. And so we've been, I wouldn't say dealing, but we've known Mary since we were in school.
Yeah.
And so some of the things that she was doing prior to our podcast, it's just fitting because it's also 5-year.
It's
Right?
5 years.
So it literally the same week. So
Yes.
it originally it was not intended to work that way,
Right.
but it's cool that it panned out that way.
Yeah.
So again, this is why this interview is so cool because hearing stories about your father and your mother, Conrad, right? And so some of the things that was started back in the 60s, and obviously tragically, but then seeing some of the growth and some of the programs and the revolutionary thoughts and the spirit that your father and your mother, and then also yourself embody, it just goes hand in hand with what we're doing. And so this is trust me, this is inspirational and monumental at its best. So
Yeah.
Right on.
This is extremely monumental for me because it's for you, King. One, I don't know, God does a lot of, allowing me the opportunity to connect people in their places and in their parks and in areas in the world where they belong. And Rock Truth would not have started if you wasn't high kicking me out that door telling me that I could do it. I needed somebody to edify me and build me up and tell me that I can. This was a scary venture to do, but look, we're here 5 years later, and at the very least that I can do saying thank you and showing our appreciation is to, allow you to be in your graceland and provide you with this opportunity to meet
yes,
as somebody
yes,
so influential
yes.
in your life. And then on top of that, when I grew up, just the same as your mom, like it was like this revolutionary effort. She put us, put us up on Black history, and then I was ready for the revolution. I'm like,
Right.
Oh, okay, so they not doing sit-ins no more. All right,
Right.
all right. Oh, okay, all right. So they ain't marching. Where is it that I belong in society? But now I realize it is assuring that truth is told in his story, and so I'm here for it. My king, Fred Hampton. If we can just grow to you, please, if you could introduce yourself to a generation that could possibly not even know who you are, who your father is, and tell us more about the Black Panther Cub movement.
First and foremost, I'm honored and humbled to be here, and I want to say revolutionary respect and appreciation to you both. I just wanted to shout out y'all professionalism. Y'all brought a good energy here to the Hampton House.
Yes, sir.
As I said earlier, I'm self-critical. I got it because I'm literally just touching back down.
It's all good.
Yeah, man,
It's
you're
all
worth the
good,
wait,
man.
brother. You're worth
And give
it.
Thanks, and just touch back down from Accra, Ghana, Timor, in Ghana, and with a delegation doing some phenomenal organizing. We touched down places such as the slave dungeons. I want to talk more about that. Just because I'm still taking in some discussions, and dialogue that we had there. But we are based in the Hampton House, which is a central base for our presently organized. I say our to the Black Panther Party Cubs.
Absolutely.
The organization that we say it's a tough act to follow. We attempt to walk not in the footsteps, but Panther Paul steps
Yes,
of
sir.
the Black Panther Party.
Yes, sir.
As you said, maybe talking to some audience people who may not be familiar with who I am or the work. I'm the son of Chairman Fred Hampton and also of Akua and Jerry, formerly known as Deborah Johnson. One of our mantras with our organization, we say we are the great-grandchildren of Garvey, offspring of Malcolm,
Yes, sir.
and the ideological cause of Black Panther Party, which Black Panther Party was a revolutionary organization that stood up for, amongst other things, in particular self-determination, the right to determine our destinies.
Yes, sir.
It started October 15, 1966. Our Minister of Defense, U.E.P. Newton, and Chairman Bobby Seale. We have chapters internationally, large chapter in the state of Illinois under the leadership of Deputy Chairman Fred Hampton. He was subsequently assassinated by the federal government December 4th, 1969, along with Defense Captain Mark Clark. I didn't grow up romanticizing the revolution. I said before, somebody said, I'm gonna do this because my father, my mother did this, so on and so forth. I respected revolution, and I respect, and I still respect, and I love. What's the saying? They say in church, I think, what's your calling? I believe this is my calling. And I grew up in the city, but not only a lot of the names, a lot of the things have not changed, a lot of the names have not even changed. So a lot of the contributions the Black Panther Party was grappling with and dealing with, still faced with them. So to know what I know, it would have been a derelict of duty not to follow up some of the things that the Black Panther Party Cubs have engaged in. We're still fighting for the release of political prisoners. Cases range from Long Hill political prisoner Mumia Abu-Jamal, Imam, which you might have made for him, A. Brown, the C numbers in Illinois, your brother, the sister, the people in general who are here captured in concentration camps. And when I say the term concentration camps, it's not just like an abstract, slick soundbite that just to touch the emotions of the people, but fortunately and unfortunately, I was held captive in those concentration camps. I'm also a former political prisoner. And I lived, came close to, being took out inside those dungeons. And as Minister UPU said that had it not been for the support of the people, I may have come out of there in the pine box, if it could come out at all. And, the case I was given was trumped up charge, two trumped up charges of aggravated arson, in which after the uprisings, rebellions had occurred throughout the world in response to the Semi verdict rendered with the Los Angeles Police Department about the beating of Rodney King. And I mean, I'll speak to some justices before, and I said, Rodney King, they like, who? And I said, damn, I'm dating myself. And there was uprising that occurred, but then I was snatched up. And during the quote-unquote trial, which was illegal lynching, they made it very clear why I was locked up. They said, aren't you Chairman Fred Hampton? Don't you believe this? Don't you ascribe to this, so on and so forth. I was subsequently sentenced to 18 years, and so the 9 years at the time. Hit the ground running. In 1994, we birthed the POCC, the Prisoners of Conscience Committees, which we interchangeably used POCC with the Black Panther Party Cubs. And our main mantra we have is free them all. That's how we greet each other, we can see each other, keep freedom on our mind. See, greetings, that's important. And I think back, I referenced Dr. John Henry Clark when he was talking about this piece, Long Walk to Freedom. I think that was the name of the piece. But he talked about like how Rome had stressed the importance of the greetings when they were so hell-bent on destroying Hannibal from Carthage. And he said they would greet each other every morning. Greetings, Roman citizen. Carthage must be destroyed. And so we look at that. We always stress the importance of our greetings, but that just reiterates the importance of our greetings. So that's a term that we use all the time. And some people have an issue even with that position about, you say, well, I don't know about you saying free them all. What about this person? What about this case? So on and so forth. And the deal is to heighten the contradictions in regards to the actual purpose. You know what I'm saying? And the prison is a major tentacle, a major aspect of war that's waged on our people. And we say war, one of the disadvantages we have is a non-acknowledged war. Other communities, you have an acknowledged war. I mean, even to Nazi Germany, they say, well, the SS and SA, the Fuhrer, Adolf Hitler, they created ghettos. Have the scriptures in our community to say something like we create the ghettos. Other communities, you turn like propaganda bombs. With us, they, they call it love and hip hop shows. You know what I'm saying? So the struggle to at least, not heighten. What's the real purpose? Of this, the prison, what people call a growing prison industrial complex. We say it's not the growing prison industrial complex. It's the mass kidnapping of African and other colonized people. And I think the Marines say, kill them all, let God sort them out. We say free them all, let the people sort them out. Right. So that's a major aspect of our work. We're sitting right here at the Hampton House. This has been oh man, reiterate that, because this has been a major battle to even get this far, for us to even be here. This is the house that Chairman Fred Hampton grew up in. And even though I say, no matter how many times I say it, it still hits me to be here. the elementary school he attended is right across the street.
Mhm.
And we took this campaign to save the house because the bank was on the verge of taking it.
Mm.
And we had a lot of battles. And you know, we got children across the street. They didn't know who Chairman Fred was. And one of the parents would say, due to y'all presence, the children have to get bigger shirt sizes. I said, why you say that? She said, they walk with a pride now.
Mm.
They said, this is the school that, you know, Chairman Fred went to. And we constantly hear I used to say war stories, but I like this term we use now. We say war and love stories. A lot of times we in the freedom fighter, revolutionary, the misnomer or the incorrect narrative is that you're doing it out of just some reactionary mood,
Right.
it's motivated out of a hate for something, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
In which, you know, rightfully so, I mean, even people who have that sentiment, I mean, what's been done to us, that can be justified too. You know, in fact, I said I think all black people should get a Nobel Peace Prize.
Right.
The fact that we in all these universities got
Yes.
just snapped out.
Yes.
Right.
But we really, the deal is we do out of a love for the people, no matter how preposterous that may sound. And this was, we recognize the significance about this campaign, and like the significance even correlated to, like, I think it was Napoleon, that even with the cannon, the 21 salute, the 21 gun, they got 21 gun salute, they attempted to shoot the nose of the Sphinx in Africa. And we face it. This house, before we engaged in the campaign, I was in West Oakland talking to Minister Dr. U.E.P. Newton's nephew, and we was going to West Oakland, and we was talking about how that area, West Oakland, was flooded with narcotics. And I was telling about Baltimore, and even with the site where Chairman Fred and Mark Clark were assassinated. I remember about, I guess now 30-some years ago, I remember going there, and the brothers was hustling. They was hustling right there at the same site. And I said, I said, y'all know what this, y'all know where we all at?
Right.
And they said, man, the police don't mess with us right here. And I explained to them why.
Right.
And they said, man, well, they said, let's pack up, we gone. And the deal is, it's an attempt by the state, by the system, to salt the earth. You know, to come back, you know, like that's war tactic. If you see Roman movies or whatever, that's after they conquer a people, they say, okay, literally salt the earth where you can't grow no more crops. They put salt in there. And like our legacies, the deal is, we say our legacy is more important than our life. We have a certain amount of physical time to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes,
But they would attempt to come back and salt the earth. They attempted to salt the earth with Chairman Fred. Okay, right. You see the yeah, right on. We got here. They tried to salt the earth. You know, I think back. It's old Facebook Live footage. Hope we can find that. We had to wash dishes with rainwater, no water, no heat.
Really?
Yeah, and man, just I think, you know, the battle. There were 9 overdoses, documented overdoses right next door. They had people in the hallways of this house, just strung out. You know what I'm saying? Demoralized. We use that term, demoralized folks, and they junkies. Just a side note. I spoke at a
Mic on.
okay, wait.
Yeah, so we can hear you.
You good now?
Okay, yes, sir. Go ahead.
I spoke at a rehab center, Inglewood, Southside Chicago, Inglewood, a few weeks ago, and the brother told me, he said, man, he said, you shook it up there. I said, yeah, he said, the people there, they got their chests out. They tell them, even the counselors, we're not dope fiends or junkies, we're demoralized. So even the terms we use are important. You know, we reference that. But it's been a long battle to get to this stage. We still battling, so that we say now we change from save the Hampton House to save and maintain the Hampton House.
Right.
So we still have a lot of work to do. But some of our programs, the Triple C's, Children Community Clubs, we do that. Spirit Black Panther Party Free Breakfast Program. We did have a free breakfast program also. We got to kick that off on the south side of Chicago, 67 and Green. We work on the Free Medical Center. Work on some of the same, and not just some sort of abstract, we don't be like the Black Panther Party, but some of these same needs and desires of the people, they still need it.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
Now we wish it wasn't the case. We wish, you know what I'm saying, you know, that we could have walked up from victory and say, okay, man, that was some courageous moves done in the 1960s. We can lay back on our laurels and rest, but we still in the struggle.
Yes, sir.
And see, that's I'm glad you said that because, especially with the climate we in, you know, with the president that we have in office, right? And so it's a couple things that you talked about. You talked about things that are needed, right? You didn't talk about anything about the presidency or anything like that. You talked about getting up and organizing. And so can you please talk about the importance of organizing, especially with us? Because we were downstairs, I'm seeing the refrigerator down there, and feed them all, right? I'm seeing the book pantry downstairs. I'm seeing all these things that started with this organization, with this party. And it's like you said, like, it's not time to sit down and sit on our hands. It's time to work with our hands. So, but can you talk more about the importance of organizing?
Yes, indeed. We are our own liberators, the people, and sometimes that can sound cliche. It's like, oh yeah, powers of the people, we're gonna do. But that, we mean that. You know what I'm saying? Tupac said, "Take this war, you take this war shit deeply." You know what I'm saying?
Come on, brother. Come on, brother.
And the dynamics of understanding that change happens from the bottom up. You know what I'm saying? The incorrect narrative is that the ruling class gives us that it comes from the top,
Right,
down.
right.
And there are highs and lows organized, and there are highs and lows of people recognizing the significance of us as a people. You know, we don't know, it's intentional that we're never given the credit that we make the change. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's intentional. A lot of people don't know that the Black Panther Party implemented the first free breakfast program.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Free busing programs of prisons, free medical center. And these are not instituted in the interest of charity.
Right.
But getting people involved to fight for self-determination. And that's important to note, because I've seen other people that may have different programs. I remember sister was in the front. She still talks about it. And I know she sees it, she goes, "Jeremy, you talking about me on the interview?" And I was joined, we was out there, and I was raising some criticism and some brothers that came by. I said, "Man, y'all, so what's happening with the community service?" Y'all said, "Man, the garbage ain't been dropped off, and the garbage can in the front has not been dumped out. This hasn't been tightened up. You know, so the gate needs assistance." And we wasn't soft shoring. I wasn't soft pedaling the criticism with them. You know, saying this is the people's program. You know, so you put some work in. You know, so it's the people's thing.
Come on.
And so you come in, and that's got to be stressed theoretically and practically. Sada Shakur talked about,
Yes.
and Sada, she talks about a case where a little brother was in Harlem, Black Panther Party free breakfast program. She talked about how he was putting some pancakes in his pocket. And she said, "Little brother, you can never steal from this because this is your program."
Come
You know what I'm
on.
saying?
Yeah.
And so that's imperative. Like you different cases, when uprisings happen, people refer to as the riots. So we shouldn't tear up our own neighborhoods. The people who see that these really are not our neighborhoods.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? We may live here. You know what I'm saying? We want the people to understand these are their programs. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We got cases where people have been put on hold who tried to exploit the program. The whole, you know what I'm saying? like 2 weeks you get a backup. You can't. You know what I'm saying? And we raise criticism to the people. This is not charity. A lot of times, in different times, in history, different times, especially the U.S. imperialism, is Machiavellian with the carrot or the stick. And you know what I'm saying? Machiavellian with say, don't oppress you, you know what I'm saying, one way or another. You know what I'm saying? Give certain concessions, get you comfortable, you know what I'm saying? It may come in sugar-coated bullets. It may come with programs that's really to get you lazy. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
These
yes.
are, you know what I'm saying? So you have to be real careful with that. And there's certain periods of times where the contradictions are heightened, where people see, oh man, it's blatant. When the ruling class, where the emperor has no clothes on, was wrong. This is what it is. But this has been going down against our people. And we don't want them to be at the has a good feelings of who's in play, who's in power, if we gonna eat or not, if we gonna survive or not, you know what I'm saying? And nothing like that dynamic of self-determination.
Yes.
And I tell you, know what I'm saying, and we say, well, what if this, who depends on who's in play with the Democrats or Republicans. And these different electoral politics, I say, we got to say, listen, we had this past August 30th, the Chairman Fred Streets Party. That's a major event we do. August 30th and December 4th are two major dates. You know, I tell people like Nation's Long, when they say Savior's Day, that's
Right.
We have the August 30th, the Chairman Fred Street Party, December 4th, International Revolutionary Day.
Okay.
We have a different theme. Like, I think 2 years ago, the theme was the folding chair in recognition and respect to the. To the Montgomery Brawl.
Yes, sir.
We had the big picture Chairman Fred in the front. We had a folding chair in the
That's
front.
what's up. That's
we
what's
always
up.
talk about into the ground. Yeah, this past December 4th, the thing was they not like us. We always put them into the ground.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah, man.
August 30th, we had the theme was the People's Convention. That was, you know what I'm saying, because they was having a Democratic convention, ironically, gonna be right down the street from Ground Zero where Chairman Fred Lieutenant Mark Clark was assassinated at. And it was a phenomenon, and we say, well, studying the people, when people say power is the ability to define phenomenon and make it act in a desired manner. Power is the ability to define phenomenon and make it act in a desired manner. As an organizer, you gotta have your ear to the ground and see what's phenomenal, what they at. Good, bad, and different. You know, so a lot of times organized people say, well, I want the people to be here, but you know, you gotta check the temperature, see where they at. And so different, like when we go to New Orleans, we say, well, man, the second line, that's like the hood version of the Mardi Gras. We say, okay, how can we define that? You know, so we can make it work in a desired manner. Reverend Nat Turner, he put his ear to the ground. He said the church was phenomenal. He said, okay, praise the Lord, pass the ammunition. Harriet Tubman, she took the Negro spirituals to define it and make it work in our interest. So we took the convention. We said, okay, we said, we don't, a lot of times people get called absolutes, like they have no frame of reference other than Democrat and Republican. They have no concept.
Right.
You know, and it's times like this when people say, whoa, wait a minute, the Black Panther Party, what does that mean? This is a revolutionary political organization. It's a platform, an agenda. You know what I'm saying? A political agenda. And a lot of times you hear that you get relegated to the ruling class telling you what we refer to as slave, plantation politics, or electoral politics. They can play a role, but the deal is everything is political. Words, terms, fashion, how we relate to each other. You know what I'm saying? It ups the ante. And we got, you know, and the deal. And we say, man, and people say, well, how you gonna roll with the Democrat Republican? We say, we not relegated to the elephant or the donkey. The Black Panther Party. You know what I'm saying? And so we had the People's Convention. So what are the people? So the deal is we talk about reparations. We don't say political prisoners. You know, even immigration. What are people? What issues do you want to address? You know what I'm saying? And so the people actually have a say. So they had to submit their questions in. They came in plain language terms. They didn't have to speak the Queen's English. You know, so like we relate to what Stephen Biko, the Black Conscious Movement said. Black people in particular must grasp the ability to distinguish intelligence from the ability to articulate.
Say that again.
Black people in particular must grasp the ability to distinguish intelligence from the ability to articulate. Chairman Fred, a lot of these people running around here got more degrees than the thermometer. They can't walk and chew gum at the same time. The masses of people are very intelligent. Chairman Fred would get this analogy. He said, these sisters in front of the free breakfast program. The police will pull up on them, say, hey, are you for capitalism? Sister say, no, Chairman Fred said, that's really not cool. The police say, hey, well, okay, what about socialism? Sister say, you know what, on second thought, I really can't debate with you. I'm really not hip to all the different words and terms. And the police say, okay, what about this free breakfast program? Sister say, oh, okay, hold on, dig, that's what's feeding our babies. If you said to mess with them, we'll blow your brains out. The people can relate to their program. You know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of times, the ruling class get these intellectual monkeys, put them in front of us and say, well, you don't know this word, you know what I'm saying? We have to get the backbone, the black bone, to say, hey, hold on, we don't have to have no degree to recognize my son got shot 16 times. Look at this wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's certain things you pick up on. See, no, this ain't cool. A reporter asked me, I was speaking at the University of Ghana in Africa, and he said, well, we see, Chairman Dr. Hampton, we've been studying your movies. You've been Africa, Brazil, France, Ireland. How do you communicate? He said, we've been seeing you outside talking to people, he said, who didn't speak English. And I said, well, listen, I speak liberation language.
Right on. Come on.
And I don't colonize code switch either. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that the people can relate to that's universal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Real quick, King, if you could play the revolutionary clip and just go right on into the second clip as well about the aftermath of the assassination.
If they can do anything they want to us, we might not be back. I might be in jail. I might be anywhere. But when I leave, you can remember I said, with the last words on my lips, that I am a revolutionary.
The remains of Fred Hampton, the search warrant was merely a subterfuge, and the mission of the police was to murder and maim.
Someone came into the room, started shaking the chair, said, Chairman, wake up, pigs is laughing. Still half asleep. I looked up, and I saw bullets coming from, it looked like the front of the apartment, from the kitchen area. And they were, pigs were just shooting. And about this time, I jumped on top of the chair, she looked up. Looked like all the pigs burst the entranceway to the bedroom area, back bedroom area. The mattress was just going, you could feel bullets going into it. I just knew he dead, everybody in there. When he looked up, he didn't say a word, and he didn't move, except for moving his head up. He laid his head back down to the side like that. He never said a word, he never got up out the bed. The person who was in the room, they kept hollering out, stop shooting, stop shooting. We have a pregnant woman, a pregnant sister in here. At the time, I was 8.5 to 9 months pregnant. My baby would be delivered in 2 weeks. Pigs kept on shooting. So I kept on hollering out. Finally, they stopped. They pushed me and the other brother by the kitchen door and told us to face the wall. I heard the pig say, he's barely alive, he'll barely make it. I assume they were talking about Chairman Fred. So then, they started shooting the pig, they started shooting again. I heard the sister scream. They stopped shooting. Pig said, he's good and dead now.
We can mourn today but if we understood Fred, we are dedicated that his life wasn't given in vain, then there won't be no more mourning tomorrow. Then all our sorrow will be turned into action. He said, but you have to remember one thing, and that's be strong.
Listen, when initially you think about the movement, I don't know about anybody else, but I believe that these political figures were way older than they were, you know, and then you find out that he was 21 years old. You know what I mean? He's a baby. Like, I mean, compared, we're in our 40s, we're older. He was 21 years old with the right idea. I love watching the Chicago 7. When Hoffman was on the stand, he said, I've never been on trial for my thoughts before, for my ideas before. Having the right idea regarding unity, they will kill you. They will assassinate more than your character. King, watching this, seeing him as a revolutionary, his famous quote, you can kill a revolutionary, but you cannot kill the revolution. What are your thoughts?
The fact that you still have talked to the brother earlier. I think so. He was one that commented that people was coming up to the house when y'all was outside. And they still talking about war and love stories about how Chairman Fred impacted their life. The fact that Haynesville, Louisiana, where Chairman Fred is buried at, law enforcement still shoot his tombstone up every year.
Yeah.
The fact that in Menard, one of the most infamous prisons or plantations or concentration camps in Chester, Southern Illinois, they have my picture and Chairman Fred Sr.'s picture in the gun towers right now. If you get called a picture by one of those, they give you 6 months added to your sentence. These are some of the examples of the fact that, as he said, you can kill a revolutionary, but you can't kill a revolution.
I know.
You know, and just to touch on your point about in regards to that age. I've often said that I'm a revolutionary in reactionary times. And I envied that time period. I recall a situation. I was in Stateville. We refer to as Deathville. Actually, Chairman Fred was there himself also. But I remember it was intense times with the prison was going through quote unquote transformation, where they would no contact visits. They was just, the brutal beat downs were graphic. The guards was coming in just beat down. And these young brothers upstairs, they was engaged in some trivial debates back and forth about something that was elementary. And I happened to be reading Nelson Mandela's book, A Long Walk to Freedom. And there's a part in there, I remember I was coming, I said, I guess my ideological struggles with him on different things, but however, I envy the fact that he was talking about how the ANC, the African National Conference, he was representative of the PAC, the Pan-African Congress, the Black Consciousness Movement, they were engaged in these debates in prison. And I was like, wow, I said, man, imagine that to be in real debates about what's going on in the world as opposed brothers, I seen one of them in the funeral recently. He said, man, Chairman, you was going out that day. I said, I just came to the bar. I said, man, y'all doing this trivial stuff. I said, man, they beat us down. We're gonna live them up. But that time period, the intensity, that it was a different 14-year-old. Different. You had to do the draft. You know what I'm saying? With the draft, it was common discussion where U.S. imperialism had made it clear. You go to fight the war, go fight for them, or you know what I'm saying, or go to jail. And it wasn't a closeted conversation. Everybody. It was a climate where the script was put. It was in the context where the athletes had to take a position. Where Muhammad Ali said, "No, I'm taking a position with the people." He said, I'm not going to call seat kill on yellow man for a white man who never called me nigga. It was a conversation in the music. Marvin Gaye went against Berry Gordy Motown Records. He said, I'm going to put this song on what's going on, whether you like it or not. It was a revolutionary climate where it wasn't just the secret or just that black stuff. My mother talked about she's 7, 8 months pregnant, walking down Madison late at night. The brothers and sisters, the power to the people was a different. Annie was up, or the devil disciples got up publicly and said, we now are the black disciples. The Blackstone Range, so we're the Black Peace Stone Nation. The Vice stores at the Free Medical Center. It was a revolutionary climate. And even children, people seem to be, that age, teenagers, it was a different dynamic. Little Bobby Hutton, just turned 17 years old. Treasurer, assassinated April 6, 1968. 2 days after the king was assassinated. Type of relationships, type of conversations. In fact, Chairman Fred said the best dressed brother was one with a leather jacket and a 45. You know what I'm saying? It was a different how you view relationships. It was a different dynamic of your day's work, your music, everything. And the revolutionary period, revolutionary times. And again, you kill a revolution, but you can't kill a revolution. That's something that we have to relate to because again, we have a certain amount of time to be here. But that dynamic of revolution, that will change. You can't. I remember brother told me, we laugh by now, leadership, one of the major street organizations. And we had a situation before, we was dialoguing. And he said something to the effect, he said, man, you crazy. I said, yeah, that's why you said that. He said, you crazy, so I died for the people. And I said, and I responded, I said, me? I said, cats, are you dying for cars?
Right. Talk about it.
Talk about it. Yeah. I said, you say something wrong with me.
Yeah. Come on now.
And we laugh about it now.
Yeah.
You know, I guess it's 30 years later, we laugh about it now in the conversation. But that dynamic to be able to have a world view and to openly acknowledge, not to be dismissed as this paranoid.
Right.
I remember growing up catching he on that 60 stuff. You know what I'm saying? But to have that type of that climate, that a conversation.
Yeah. Real quick, one last question, then I'm gonna switch out with Candace. You always say that your death certificate, your birth certificate, could have easily been your death certificate.
Yes.
And it reminds me of just, God's perfect plan for people. He knew you before he formed you in your mother's womb, purpose and direction and this legacy that you would have. So in legacy, did you find it difficult to stand or walk in such grand shoes that were laid before you by your father?
Tough act to follow. Tough act to follow. But I'm honored and humbled. I've been fortunate to have adversaries and allies who help remind me, help keep me on track. I say adversaries too, because I tell you, we just want the good parts.
Right.
But Minister Dr. U.E.P. Newton said that contradictions are the ruling principle of the universe. Contradictions are the ruling principle of the universe. You need different dynamics to say, okay, I mean, hot and cold, you know, so you need different dynamics, you know, in certain situations, to help, you know, remind me, keep me on track, and was my calling. It was my duty, and to feel it, but again, I done romanticize. I seen the photographs, Chairman Fred's body being, pulled out. Chicago police carrying his body out. They was chanting, they was smiling. Chairman Fred is dead. But I'm honored and humbled to say, man, to be, to be able to. I look at certain blessings. I said, like, just to be in the same house that you grew up in, the organizing. I constantly learn. Once your appetite is, once your palate has touched, has tasted, self-determination, has had certain discussions, it's hard to go back. You know what I'm saying? It's, you can't, either I make a joke, but Chicago's big thing about who's got the best pizza, and Giordano's pizza.
Yeah.
I say, I don't do commercials for them, but you taste a certain pizza, man, it's hard to go back to something.
Right.
So to see that, to be cut from the cloth of brothers, I mean, I tell you, I say, man, brothers and sisters, 14 to 24 years old. Not role models, real models.
Yeah.
To have that, it's done in a way, how they say, if you love what you do, you don't work a day in your life. Mm-hmm. It's like, so even, I'm telling you something, I go through battle fatigue. Right before this delegation was called from Africa, I mean, I was left here, I videoed on my phone, so I said, remind me, the house was in disarray. I was going through organizational struggles. I was like, it was battle fatigue. I was like, you can, as organized, you can't. I'm holding myself back now because you be real careful. We don't want to be out there like crying the blues. You can't, can't never see you sweat. Yeah. But it was battle fatigue. I was like, I mean, we had, I call it, I sent word to our fellow Central Committee members. We're not in a position to do certain moves. All programs have to be halted for me. That hurted to say that. All our programs, I say even the tours, I say put them, in that long flight, because somebody commented on the flight, they said, man, he was, some sister had to change, her back was hurting in front of me, she said, could she change seats with you? I said, yeah, so I sat in the chair, and somebody commented and said, he was knocked out, he was, the whole trip, it's like hours. I said, yeah, I was drained. And when I touched down Africa's comrades, they said, man, we seen the tour. I said, I seen no tours, ain't nothing happening right now at the Hampton House. And when I rank and file, Comrade Cool, they said, man, I seen the tour that she did. I was like, oh, it's like you go to that battle to that spark, that spark hit you, like, you know what I'm saying? I said, damn, I said it hit you. Yeah. Then you need to know the Panther Party. Some people romanticize. I studied the good, the bad, and the ugly. The house, the apartment they stayed in, that was no, with Chairman Fred and Mother Comrade, Deborah Johnson, they stayed there. There was no hot running water there. They had to go down the street to Barbara Sankey, was a lieutenant of finance cadre, her mother's house. And these are some of the not the glorious sides of the revolution, it's the humbling parts of it. And you need to hear about that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, but be careful with it, because sometimes you say, because man, you say, oh, we all go through struggles. So it's a different feeling to know that you're fighting for the people. This is not no personal thing. In fact, people say that one of the most difficult things of being a revolutionary is fighting in the interests of a people who have many times do not even know their own interests.
Wow.
Thanks, brother. King, go ahead, switch.
Question I had, because you talk about your father, and this is one of the things I was sharing with him earlier. I thought it was really cool because your father put Black women in leadership spaces. And so can you talk about the role that your mother played in his life and then throughout your life?
I think, when you talk about, sometimes we'll say, we'll point out certain things and it doesn't seem just a big deal. It doesn't seem like a leap. And I struggle to put stuff in context, like that correlation when Tupac said rose grew from concrete.
Mm-hmm.
To put in context what we're dealing with, because a lot of times people say, well, there were women leadership in Black Panther Party. Okay, so no, hold on. Let's put stuff in context of time. I say, you know, this is something that in regards to any dynamic with our people, I don't care if we're talking about actors in the movie industry. You say, well, this person, man, they done this role. You say, no, let me explain to you what they do to actors. You know what I'm saying? Try to, so to put in context, to remain principled, to go against the grain. This is a time period. We're talking about 1960s. It's a time period when TV shows like they Leave It to Beaver. The top shows. This is a time period where Pat Nixon, the wife of former U.S. President Richard Milhouse Nixon, people were questioning she was even able, I'm talking like physically able to speak or not. You know what I'm saying? This is the climate. This is. I mean, if you look back now, you say, oh, that's crazy. But you look at and I'm gonna say, let me add this too. Some of what the ruling class does to us in particular. Though they may sell us this snake oil that women are to be demeaned or relegated to some sort of. You go back and like even during the era of chattel slavery, there were white women slave owners. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So and they're still to us, but their communities. You know what I'm saying? The politics trumps the gender dynamic. But but even the imagery of what they do, you know what I'm saying? It gives the impression that women have no say so on and so forth.
Right.
This is a revolutionary organization. And that term sometimes it becomes like cliches, whatever. But they're fighting for the minds. Revolutionary, not they also we fight for the minds and hearts of the people. And we're talking about change. Like not just just change this that. I mean, how we deal with relationships, how we view gender. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes,
all the different that. And so it wasn't some sort of like affirmative action. Like we're just gonna put women in this position just for the look of it. I mean, when I say Mother Comrade, cool with Deborah Johnson, that's comrade. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? I mean, I hear stories, war and love stories of women. I'm talking about. I mean, it'd be so second nature. I have to remind myself. Like I get reminded. I'm telling Mother Comrade. It was December 4th International Revolutionary Day, and she was telling what happened. You know about because she gives us a blow block December 4th and August 3rd. She gives us a blow block virtual tour. What happened? And unbeknownst to me, when she was saying about when she covered down over Chairman Fred's body, when they came, she felt the shells come through the mattress. One brother, he literally could not grasp that. He kept saying that Chairman Fred covered her. He had no frame of reference. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay,
And I tell people, see, when you have a frame of reference, you can be right there. You saying something. I used the analogy once. I was set to go to a Central Committee meeting in Oakland, California one time, and I recall. I said, oh man, I'm gonna be late. I said, the wings on the plane are frozen. And they said, what? I said, the wings on the plane are frozen. And I said, forget it. I said, when I touched down, I said, I'm gonna run late. But it couldn't, you know what I'm saying? Similar to like a lot of, like, they would tell us about earthquakes. Like, what happened? How it fit? You know, so you can't grasp it. They just would talk about that dynamic. Of, you know what I'm saying? The role of women. They wedded, they married theory and practice. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to say a good speech. Oh yeah, that's ideal. You mean like that? Women's, you know what I'm saying, doing this not just to do it, but under contested conditions.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They have to see it. You know, and it can become second nature. You know what I'm saying? When even commend y'all with the balance here. You know what I'm saying? And to see, it's important. A lot of times we just don't talk about it. But you know what I'm saying? And even when there be errors or mistakes, with self-determination, Malcolm X said, even our mistakes belong to us. You know, and it's important even to talk about that, have a discussion at a time period where like you will hear, it's like they have done such a job on us, like it's a gender war. Like you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like you hear terms like in the streets, like ops, you think like different street organizations,
right?
Crips and Bloods,
right.
These can't be talking about men and women. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, and it's a tactic of colonization. You know what I'm saying? But they've done,
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? And to see that dynamic of it, you know, I'm fortunate to have, you know what I'm saying? I fell from a tree of two freedom fighters.
Yes, you did.
You know
Yes,
what I'm saying?
sir.
I feel
Yes.
fortunate and to be able to acknowledge that. And see, Sheikh Antap Diop talks about how we come from a cloth. We come from a society of people. We can work in harmony with different contradictions, with gender, nature. In other words, we can hop on the elephant and go where we going, get up there, and the elephant is not harmed. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in advance. Western society, Europeans, they have to gut it. They have to, man, take the tusk off of it, cut it. Like, are you hungry? You know, got to get, you know, put his head up on the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the gender, you know, so in order for me to be, you know, I got to conquer you. You know what I'm saying? The man over the woman, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to like a harmony. I was just in, I was coming out of the store. I mean, Timor, right next to Accra in Africa, and walked in the store, and the way this sister, oh, it was like this sister, she got the car, she bent over, and it was like, and simultaneously, the baby, the brother, like when she bent to the brother, like he brought the baby, the car, it was like so beautiful, like it was like without even nothing being said. I was like, damn, it was so beautiful how they worked in sync. You know what I'm saying? Rhythm. And they have offset our community so much. They take one, you know what I'm saying? And we just start saying, well, I can survive without this. The imbalance our people. And to see that, I was like, whoo.
So I have a couple of questions for you. Well, it's a pleasure to be here with you. I'm Candace with the Black Butterfly Podcast. I actually am the host, and I'm always sure he's my co-host, but I birthed it just because I wanted to do something for the community, and I thought it was essential to have someone like Amaru come along and join me. But growing up, my parents taught me how to fight, not just physically, but verbally, how to use our words to make sure that we get things to change. So I want to ask you, and I'm also thankful to Mary for bringing me on. I want to ask you, where do we go from here? Because there's people like myself and then the others that are in the room that, you know, want to fight for a cause that's important. How do we get the young people in to see that there's some work to be done, not just for physical work, but, you know, work in the community? Because I know a lot of them have seen violence and different things like that and toxicity, but they don't know that there's another side of that. Oftentimes we talk about being the change in the world that you want to see. So how do we bring them along with us?
I think it's imperative that when we involve in struggle, even a lot of times we don't take a position that just because certain things we not be familiar with, like past resistance, that is like this is something that's new. In other words, like this is an axiom that goes something like, if a tree falls in the forest, if you don't hear the tree, it doesn't make a noise. And that's an arrogance. I mean, of course it makes a noise just because we didn't hear it. You know what I'm saying? And the fact is, there is resistance been happening. In fact, we even still hear it. You know what I'm saying? It's not at a desired point, but it humbles you to say. I tell people else, I say, there's certain moves that are happening that, you know, I gotta humble ourselves to, not to come in and say, man, we ain't doing nothing. Like defeatism, because we don't know about it. So to say that there is, in the ruling class, their position is not to let certain things happen. I just had some struggles this morning about some documentary, a piece that was done on us, and I was edited. It took out some key parts. I was like, and I said, I'm hoping this stuff in Africa. I say, I hope some stuff get in, but it's to take away the importance of showing people what's been happening before. Like in India, when they train elephants, they say if the elephant sees the trainer step on a cup, and that particular elephant steps on the cup, all the same type of cup, and the elephant sees this, that respective elephant has to be destroyed or transferred. Because they run the risk, the elephant says, whoa, wait a minute. Dang, you going back to the other elephant and say, man, we don't supposed to be, this dude, I weigh more than this chump. How was he called the shots on us? So there are certain things that we get to humble ourselves. I'm not just saying like, you know, just walk on faith alone, but to humble ourselves and say, man, this stuff happening. Even we got to, you know, say we got to, like, do critical analysis, dialectical materialism. In other words, saying, well, if this is happening, it's certain. Why do they have these laws in place? Why do they fear? You know, what I'm saying, why they don't want us to know about certain things? It's like even some of the hits that we've taken. Say, I don't know about that. They'll kill us. I said, well, who are we? You know what I'm saying? This house, the federal government called for a wiretap on this house before he was chairman. Fred Hampton was 13 going on 14 years old. When they got to the Washington D.C. Bureau, they thought it was a typo. They said he can't be this young.
Wow.
Wow. One of the schoolmates, she told me, she said, man, we was 12 years old. He said he went up there and seen one of those swimming pool facility for us. You can see the white children and other Melrose Park, they go on swimming pool. She said he took us 12, he said he picked us out. She said he picked me and a couple of people. She got these cardboards, these twigs. I said, yeah, she said, what? She said, you heard me, twigs. We went and protested, 12 years old. The police threw tear gas canister out there. She said he grabbed a live tear gas canister, threw it back in the police station, 12 years old. And I'm hearing this story, you know what I'm saying? It's making me like, damn, you know, you get up the ante, you know what I'm saying? You hear these stories. So we gotta have a conversation, we gotta also with young people, particularly have our ear to the ground. And I tell you, we look for gift wrap revolutions or perfect allies. For some people that say, okay, this is struggle. There's some people who are probably still on plantations who Harriet Tubman. She just saying the Negro spiritual. They missed this whole dynamic. I struggled with some of my comrades. I said, 2-3 years ago, I remember telling this. I said, listen, put your ear to the ground, this Kendrick Lamar dynamic. And she like, they children, I been hearing. I said, man, I'm telling you, put your ear to the ground. I can smell a phenomenon. You know, it's different dynamics. You know, so you can certain ingredients are happening. And I kind of cut her. I said, you know what? I said, you need to listen to them youngsters. I said, I pray for the day of a generation of youngsters who Black Panther Party, who stood up to their parents and said, we love you. However, we're not going to go around with these white Jesus pictures on the wall. You know what I'm saying? And to stand up and call that contradiction. That was a climb. Malcolm X talked about, there was a front page, I think, of Time magazine, I think a 15, 16-year-old girl from China. She had a 45 on her father's head, and they said, what is the problem? She said, he betrayed the revolution. It was a cleansing. I know that sounds harsh.
No, that's real.
But to have the statement for this dynamic is so, to take a position, I said, certain phenomenon, I told you call it waiting on people to come along. I envy, I said, he got that luxury, Kendrick Lamar, as an artist. I said, because people told me, well, I don't understand. He ain't got, I said, I catch myself, I be trying to baby, come on, you don't understand this. There will be those who cannot get it.
Yes.
And in struggle, there was a climb in the 60s where there was a term, axiom at the Red Book. It said, blood to the horse's brow, woe to those who can't swim. That was a common term. Blood to, in other words, blood up to a horse's eyebrows. And we pity those who can't swim. And the people, like I say, they can grasp certain things. We have distinguish intelligence from articulate. We got to put our ear to the ground, study. I seen Ken Waka Flock a few months ago. He reminded me. I was like, how you switch lanes with that? Where that left foot come from? He reminded me when I met him. He said, man, I remember we touched that. It was some years. I'm gonna say probably 20 years ago. They were doing a video shoot on the southeast side of Chicago. And when I pulled up, as soon as he seen me, he said, "Oh, he's heard about you." So the security counter. So I'm like, okay, here's how this gonna go. So the brother came and Big D. He said, man, he said, what up, brother? I'm Big D. He said, they said you'll be pulling up over here. He said, I did 10 years with Sunday out at Cody. I said, what? Yeah. Sunday out at Cody, for those who don't know, man.
Yes.
Woo.
Yes.
Well, I have one last question for you before I let Mary close the
Okay.
show.
Y'all see how I can be long-winded. Go ahead.
I heard you earlier talk about purpose, walking in purpose. Do you believe that there are some young individuals, because you talked about your father being at age 12 fighting for the right to have a pool for children who didn't have it in the neighborhood? Do you believe in young people being born into prophecy, them being prophets, and helping us or starting to lead the way? What's your thoughts on that?
People ask me, say, man, Jan, what's your spirituality basis? I tell people, I say, there are a lot of things I can't scientifically explain. Sometimes I don't know how I came out alive. Stated, my birth certificate was almost my death certificate. I've been in cases I've had close calls. I do believe that how I call it, and a lot of times there's a term the party would say, seize the time. We need to connect with life forces, so that you say, man, this is like I just make a joke. I said, man, could you imagine if Chairman Fred was out, Minister UEP News, Field Marshal George Jackson, Sasha Cool, you know, all these different jobs, different forces. So yes, I do believe that's certain dynamic. You know what I'm saying? I'm meant to go to Burkina Faso this time. I didn't make it. Brother Captain Ibrahim, they're talking about the moves, the change they're making over right now. And they told us he was born the same year that Thomas Sankara was assassinated. And we all said, wow, Burkina, I said, wow, what's the odds of that? So it's kind of metaphysical. So I do believe that, certain, you know, no doubt about it. Yeah.
Thank you for that. And lastly, do you think the time is now?
I think it's a process. I think, you know what I'm saying, and that's this system is so Machiavellian. I say Machiavellian. We could be, man, it know how to, man, capitalism is like, man, it's more cold than the coronavirus. It's know how to remorph it, you know, re-identify, dress itself up, you know, go dormant for a minute. So I think the time has always got to be, you know, to be fighting for change. You know what I'm saying? And assessing, checking the temperature, which moves can we make out of it. Remain the vanguard. Don't fall behind the people, but also keep an ear to the ground. Like I said, I just get back in the country. I gotta check the temperature. Where we at now? What's happening? Where people have, you know, some electoral politics. Where they at with this issue? So I want my ear to the ground. So always studying the people, see how far they can go.
Okay. Can you tell us how we can be a partner with you? How can we become partners with you? We would love to have partnerships.
First and foremost, this right here, let's do this more and more. This is a good move that y'all here at the Hampton House. Get this information out. So again, this is a great move. But we got different programs working on. I want to pick y'all brains for different, you know what I'm saying, different dynamics of the social media. We just had a Tiny Desk concert. We're gonna start doing a program. Whatever, thank you. Whatever get this. So whatever ideas y'all got, you know what I'm saying, we definitely gonna send we down for principal coalitions and, you know, and scientific relationships. Yeah.
Final question.
Well, I would say, I wouldn't even say it's a question. I would just say the appreciation is definitely there. We appreciate the sacrifices that your family has made, the sacrifices that you have made and you are making now. We appreciate the organizing that you're doing across the pond, because you're not just relegated to the States. Like you said, it's a global issue. And so we love you, you inspire us. We would love to work with you in some way, maybe show up at one of our cleanups one year when you have time, because we know you're
I'll be honored to. Yeah.
Crazy busy.
Yeah.
But we would love to work with you.
Yes.
And just connect with you, network with you, and see what we can do, because it's a lot of people who revere your family. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, it's people in here that when your father's name and your name is said, they get chill bumps.
Oh, I'm honored.
And so, because of the work you guys put in.
Yeah.
And so, with that, that's all I have. Love you, brother.
Love you right back.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
My final question, and I'm just silly anyway, but seriously, like, you know, with Rock Truth, and my daughter, she would always just say, we got Rock Truth everything. It's Rock Truth toothpaste, it's Rock Truth soap. Like, and I'm like, yeah, that's a good idea.
Man, even the mouths of babes, even youngsters.
Hello, kids. Listen, you'll see it. Hey, subscribe.
Yeah.
Bad when it's in the store,
That's
black
right.
on store.
Yes,
But what do you do for fun? Like, or is everything the revolution? Like, is brushing your teeth the revolution? Like, putting on your socks the revolution? Like, what you be doing?
My downtime.
Yeah.
I did. I like them with these. Sometimes I make a joke. I say, I'm so fed up with these human beings. Go hang out with these dogs for a minute. Now, you know, I be with them, but I just poetry. I like, and I, you know, I go to a cigar lounge. I just
He got some for you.
Okay. Right on.
He came there and gifts.
Oh man, right on. Get that. And I'm glad you asked that question, because a lot of times the narrative is like, oh, you know, this
all the time.
stoic.
Yeah.
We have problems, we have we human beings and intertwine that, you know what I'm saying? My mother used to make a joke about, you know, you and Cham, y'all rhythm be off. I said, what you mean? She said, y'all you think y'all can dance, y'all can't dance. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't going to the club. So, I tell you, I love to go just watch the stepping.
Right.
I love. I figure till I get it right first. I fake it. But watching that dynamic, just water. I look back. Oh, let me go smash. Matter of fact, he called his brother. He goes hit us with a fish tank. So the fish tank up. I love this that lakefront, the water. Yeah. Studio. I get that. Poetry is released for me. Yes. Poetry is released for me. I get, you know what I'm saying. We gonna get that. Tiny Desk concert kicking back on here. I just said that pen and pad.
Listen, no, I thank you too as well for this interview. Thank you for this momentous opportunity, this historic opportunity for us as well. One thing I loved about your father is that he always focused and maintained the revolution as the end goal. You know, he reminded me of Christ, especially with the kingdom movement that we have with Rock Truth. It's like he continuously pointed to his father when everybody was pointing to him. And even in those final moments, he's just like, no. Like, I don't need to escape. I don't need, no. Take that and put it into the community. Put it back into, getting the medical center and get it. Like, if they gonna kill me, let them kill me. And if you ain't found something to die for, you might as well already be dead. You know what I mean? And so it's so revolutionary. I thank you. Just because, again, grand shoes to fill as you're walking into your purpose. And just knowing, hey, yep, you can be a human being, right, in society and still do what it is that you came here to do. So, thank you.
I thank you. Just this whole process, I know my schedule to be crazy. You know what I'm saying? I live out of a suitcase. You've been very understanding. You've been phone tap. What's our brother? Shout out. What's our brother who connected us?
Woe boy did Cedric Collins. Shout out to Boo Boo.
Man, shout out, just appreciate you, brother, you know what I'm saying? So again, this is spirit of making history, taking history. I appreciate you, y'all, again, y'all came through it, y'all professionalism, y'all energy, it's been out the hook. Yeah.
Thank you, King.
Yeah. And so, matter of fact, so keep them on your August 30th and December 4th, 2 major days. We're gonna be tagged. We connected.
Yes, sir. We are here to serve. Again, you need us for any of your media needs.
Yes, brother. Right on.
We would love to do documentaries. We would love to do work. Specifically with you.
Let's do it.
And again, just putting out the truth of our own history so that, our children can have something to tell their children and their children, and that is generational wealth for us.
No doubt about it.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So, all right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get on out of here. Again, I am Mary with Rock Truth. Don't forget to rock truth no matter the consequence. Peace. Okay? Hit it with the hook.
Rock Truth in the building.
Thank you so much, King. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Always.
Appreciate y'all wearing black.
We are honored. Man, if we can just get some final pictures and get out of your way.
I'll be honored.
And then I know she said it was the museum downstairs.
What you got?
What you got?
It's all up.
What you got? I just want to see it.
Oh man. Right on, brother. Yes, indeed. On time. Yes,
We also
indeed.
got a shirt for you.
Yes, indeed.
We
Right
know what
on.
to do with the
Man. Yes, indeed. Man, who's in the film, Corinne?
King, which shirt?
Another picture.
Oh, Ron has to
You
sign.
can take all them down.
Ron, if you can sign that shirt. Right
Glad
on that
break.
side.
No, not this time.
Okay.
But we gonna.
Anybody see the pen?
Yeah. Check out there, make sure they
And
still.
Mama Dorothy looking for me.
Right
Right.
Okay, check with some dogs out there, cause
I just checked on
they
it.
got
I'll stand right
that.
over
The
there
back
on
gate
that.
really.
And then I'll give you
Okay.
my shirt if you can sign
There's
my
some people in the alley, that's why they was parking like that.
People down the alley. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want them to push that back gate too out. They can actually push it over. If you crack that door, they'll pop up. Go stand.
Okay. King, I'm gonna go ahead and hold it up for you so we can get that on for the presenting you with that.
Yes, indeed.
And this is all of our collaborative, unified efforts
All right.
to, be here for you and with you in
All right.
celebration of our anniversaries.
Yes.
My king.
Yeah.
We don't say congratulations, we say congratulations.
Come on now, come on now.
Congratulations.
So my king, we are honored. Thank you so much.
I'm honored.
Thank you, King.
Y'all that one?
Yeah, we are.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Thank you so
The
much.
energy has been phenomenal.
My
on
king.
The whole process.
It's
I mean, it's been real
It's
talk.
on?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Look, I've
Love
been
you,
properly trained.
Right
That's
on.
how big home right there, so he got you.
Where it
Hey,
is?
next time.
Oh, man,
Yep.
see you right,
More,
brother.
more.
Man, yes, sir, man. Oh, we did it.
Switch the mics
Oh,
off.
man.
No,
Yes,
like
thank
she
you.
switched the
Oh yeah, I was trying to go to the flyer, but they was already in motion.
Yes,
Yeah, they
yes.
was already in
Yeah, you
motion.
got an analog, your
Huh?
YouTube,
And then,
your YouTube.
Oh, yeah. You got to put,
I don't know how to,
comments, make sure you put,
how you
the
enter.
hashtag, whatever, you know, Hampton House, Rock True, what's the,
Black butterfly.
Black Butterfly, make sure you put all them in the hashtag.
yes.
The
The
Vibe
Vibe
Studios.
Studios.
Yep.
Yes.
I don't even know how to end it.
Help me out, brother, help us out.
Huh? Yeah.
Oh, if you ever in Walker, Wisconsin, I do work at a cigar shop, so.
What? Okay, oh man, I will, yeah.